everyone, what's up and welcome back to another video. Today we are in a new setting. I decided I'm going to sit down for this one because I just wanted to. If the chair squeaks, I'm sorry, it does that. Today we will be talking about the books I will be reading in May. Please take note that I am a mood reader, so this might change, but all in all, I might keep it as such. So before we get started, please remember to like the video, subscribe, let me know down below which books you want to read in May or you're planning to read. And without any further ado, let's get on with the video. So the first book I'm planning on reading in May is the book that I'm currently on, and it's Kelly Armstrong's Industrial Magic. This book follows Paige Winterbourne, and she is an American coven witch, and she is fighting to make the American coven new. She wants, to make it more spunky, if you want to call it that. She wants, the witches to be connected to one another, and she wants them to at least know each other on a personal level. Unfortunately, due to circumstances in the previous book, Paige is no longer the leader of the one of the covens in Massachusetts, because she was kicked out. So unfortunately, now she is trying to make a new coven with no support or backup or anything, and she is pitching this to a group of 30 other witches, and they're just like, no. We don't want you, we've heard about your reputation, we want nothing to do with you. Now she's fighting this. She is also trying to investigate the death of a few other supernaturals that have occurred. These investigations popped up from her boyfriend's father, who is the CEO of what you can call a mafia, a supernatural mafia. They are called Cables. Now there's tension between her and Lucas, and her and the Cables, and everything is just going wrong. All she wants is just to create a new coven so everyone can be happy and work together, but unfortunately that is not how it works. So I'm halfway through the book right now, and I'm quite excited to see where this thing goes. Then the next book I want to read is also by Kelly Armstrong, and it's Haunted. This is the 5th book, I believe, in the Woman of the Otherworld series. Now this book follows former supernatural superpower woman, I don't know what you want to call her, Eva Levine, and it's also Savannah's mother. Savannah is the warden of Paige. Paige took it in after her mother unfortunately died. So now we follow Evie, and we follow her journey through how she has been spending her 3 years in the afterlife. And it kind of sounds like she made a debt with fate before she died, and now they are coming back and they want her to repay that debt. They are asking for her help because there is a set of killings and a demi-demon that is running loose on Earth. And now she is tasked to go back to Earth, and she is tasked to arrest, if you want to call it that. She is tasked to arrest this demon and bring him back down to hell. But unfortunately, now the demon is targeting everyone she loves, including her daughter Savannah. And now she has to struggle with this. How is she going to capture this demon without letting her daughter know that she is back on Earth? The 3rd book I want to read for May is Earthbound by April Lynn Pike, and it is also one of the books that I read last year around this time. It's a trilogy, and I somehow forgot everything that happens in this book. I read it in a sitting of 3 days, 1 book a day, and you know that part where you read a book and everything just mushes together? That is kind of what happened in this book. So this book follows Tavia Michaels, and she is the sole survivor of a plane crash. Unfortunately, her parents were also with her, and now she's alone. She's grief-stricken. She has been sent to her aunt, who I believe is her mother's sister. She experienced several injuries, and now she's also seeing a psychologist. A little ways down the line, she starts seeing visions of this boy who's haunting her, and after confiding into her psychologist, she starts unraveling mysteries of who she actually is and why she is the sole survivor of this plane crash. I can tell you I really enjoyed this book, and I'm really excited to pick it up once again. The next book on my TBR is NYPD Red by James Patterson. I'm in the mood for a thriller mystery kind of book, so I decided to pick this one up. It is very thick, but also but also it's very large, so I don't think I'll have a problem with reading this. James Patterson books always go by fast. But basically, this book is about an elite group of police department detectives, and they are tasked to investigate deaths where, you know, the elite in New York are killed. It's a very nice job for our lead detective, Zach Jordan, but unfortunately everything goes wary, and during a music festival, a spontaneous serial killer starts killing people off, and Zach Jordan and his ex-wife, or his ex-girlfriend, is tasked to work together to find the killer. It is a very interesting beginning. I read like the first 2 pages and then I was like, meh. Because I wasn't in the mood for this book, but it sounds really right up my alley and I'm really excited to read this. 5th book, and I feel like I'm pushing this, but hey, who doesn't have an ambitious TBR? Anyway, is City of Lost Souls by Kelly Armstrong. Oh, no, that does sound like something she would write though. But it's City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. Maybe I'm not the wisest to pick this up, because while reading the blurb I was like, this sounds like a book that's really going to annoy me once again. But we follow Jace, who is now possessed. He has been possessed by his stepbrother. I don't know what that man is, but anyway, he has been possessed, and there's only a handful of people who think he can be saved. To do that, they must go against the Shadow Hunters' top brass, can you call it that? And they also have to go behind Clary's back. Clary is also the girlfriend of Jace. She is also trying to investigate his possession on her own, but it will also probably lead to her own death, as well as the eternal damnation of Jace's soul. That is the best I can sum this book up. It's a very thick book, now that I think about it. Holding it in my hands as well, it's very thick. Yeah, I can do that. I believe I can do it. The 6th book I plan to read is Divergent by Veronica Roth. Listen, I never opened this book in my entire life. Yes, I bought the 10th anniversary edition. Do I know what this book is about? No, I don't. All I know is this book is dystopian. I missed the bandwagon when everyone read these books. I haven't even watched the movies. So this is going to be an entirely new experience for me. I think I read about the first 2 chapters when I was younger, and then I was like, this doesn't intrigue me. So I'm quite excited to pick this book up. I also have the audiobook, so I might be listening to the audiobook instead. The 7th book I plan to read, and it is, oh wow, okay, son. The 7th book I plan to read, and is also a classic, is Wuthering Heights. It doesn't want to, there we go. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This follows Kathy and Heathcliff and how they fall in love in the 1800s, I am assuming. I think so. I'm not sure. Again, I picked this book up because look at the covers. The cover is just nice, so I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this book. I've seen a lot of people enjoy it. I've also seen a lot of people not enjoy it because they say it's basically just a bunch of people going to each other's homes and eating, which I'm here for because I'm actually kind of hungry. The last book that I have, which I also have audio access for, or an audiobook access for, is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. So we follow Kira, our little girl falling here. She's probably not that little, but anyway. And she discovers an alien relic. At first she's delighted because, you know, who in sci-fi is not delighted about discovering an alien relic? But then everything around her world starts to move. Now there's war erupting between colonies and she is shoved into far unknown galaxies, and it sounds like a very interesting book. I actually bought it because it's signed, but I think it's digitally signed. I don't know, but hey, I got a signed copy from Christopher Paolini. But yeah, I don't know, I picked up this book for the cover. Let me just say that. And can I just say this is a very thick book. I think it's like over 800 pages. Let me see. I think, yeah, 819 pages. This is cool though. I like this. I lied. At least I was still recording. I am the biggest liar on earth. Listen, there's one must-read book that I will drop everything on my TBR to read, and it is Glow by Raven Kennedy. It is the 4th installment in the Play to Prisoner series. So in the 4th book, I don't really know what's going to happen, but all I can say is from the first 3 books, I am very excited to see what Raven Kennedy has in store for us, what growth, what's her name, Oren is going to go through. If you want to know about the story, essentially we follow Oren, our golden touch girl. She is golden everywhere except for her eyes and her teeth. She's also locked away in a gilded cage by King Midas. You know, the man who touched everything and it turned to gold? That man. They believe he touched her, she turned to gold, and now she is classified as his prized possession. You know, he doesn't go anywhere without her. He always protects her no matter what. Sorry about my chair going like that. Sounds like Predator behind me. Several things happen, and now King Midas has to go to 5th Kingdom. When he gets there, he eventually asks that Oren and some of his other saddles, I don't know how to explain saddles to you without getting demonetized, but they are the people you pay to do the horizontal tango. Anyway, so Oren is essentially also the golden saddle. So she and the rest of the saddles, I think there's about 12 of them, they have to travel through the 6th Kingdom to go to 5th Kingdom. Unfortunately, a series of events happen and Oren is kidnapped by the Red Raids. They are essentially pirates in the snow. And then she is saved and also kidnapped by 4th Kingdom's commander, who is Commander Rip. And he is under the service of King Ravenger, who is also known locally as King Rot. He has been sending stuff to 6th Kingdom, where Oren is from and where King Midas rules, and he has been rotting some of his people. So now he's captured Oren, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. I'm definitely picking up Glow. It's coming out on the 22nd of May. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free, which I'm going to do. And the fact that the 4th book is for free on Kindle Unlimited tells me there's still more books to come. Then that means I will be planning on reading 9 books this month, which means I have to stop watching YouTube videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Let me know which books you aim to read this month. And I will see you guys in a video next week. Bye! Also, sorry if I can't sit still. It's a swinging chair. I mean, come on.